smaller tape that you can record on in high quality. You can also take snap still pictures, MPEG movies on this thing with this little card here. It fits into there. So, you know, it has just a lot of features, a lot of digital effects, and for under $1,000, this is a good deal. Now, there's another camera out there, a new one called the ZR-45 from Canon. Costs $800, and then we've got another one of our favorites is the Sony TRV-17, which is also under $1,000. So, you know, these are traditionally, you know, between $1,000 to $2,000. You can get them for under $1,000 now, and it's really empowering for people because what you can do is connect a FireWire cable or a 1394 cable, connect it directly to a PC, provided your PC has a 1394 card,
which helps.
And then you can control the camera using software. And we've got software here. It's from Magic. It's called Video Deluxe. And it's one of the least expensive packages we've seen so far. It's $50, okay? If you look at the interface here, it's a little confusing, but you know, if you're used to sort of the whole idea of video editing, non-linear, taking like clips, I've imported clips into here and made my own movie. So
it's a little confusing at first, but I have to say, once you use these programs a few times, it really becomes second nature, and it makes a lot of sense to you.
This program is pretty powerful. As you can see, you can go through different effects. There's a brightness down, blur effect. You can also go to transitions. Those are between clips. You put wipes, fades, dissolve. This has it all. You can also put in titles. And as you can see, here's the timeline right here. And I put some clips together, and I'm going to play this amazing movie that I made yesterday. And only, you know, to shoot it and to actually edit it, it took me about 30 minutes. So that just goes to show you how easy it is. This is me being late to the studio. See, I'm leaving the office here. Got a drink there. Anyway, you know, and I can add a soundtrack. I can add any number of audio tracks in there, music, whatever. So this is $50. It's very empowering. Now, the reason I have this iBook here is because
you read my mind, and I was going to ask you about iDVD.
One of our favorite video editing packages is called iMovie, mostly because it's free with every Mac these days, but also because it's one of the easiest programs to use. You know, Apple always does this. They always take another idea, and make it better and easier for people to use. So as you can see, I did another director's cut of the same movie, and all I did was connect this into my DV camera, and I just automatically downloaded all these different clips, if I can get this in here. And using the computer, I was able to import all the clips, put them into another area right there, and then drag and drop into this timeline, and I created this movie, just like that.
And do you think that the features on here are what most people would want starting off?
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Then some?
Well, you know what? There's effects, there's titling, there's everything you need to actually create something. And the only reason you need to go up to like a Final Cut Pro or a Premiere, which are much more expensive,
if you're really making a movie,
is if you're truly making a movie.
Sure.
So whether it's for TV, movie, for just home video, this is perfect.
You want to really quickly go through some pros and cons?
Really, for the whole setup, the pros are the fact that technology has empowered people. You know, you don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to create something, and that's basically it.
That sounds like a good pro to us. No real cons on that end.
No, not at all.
Excellent. So we'll be looking for you perhaps next year or the year after.
Yeah, I'm submitting this to Sundance.
Great. And then someone will take this very envelope and open it up and say, and the Oscar goes to James Kim for joining us on Tech Live this Friday morning. I'm sure you do.
That's the first thing you do.
Don't forget to thank your morning A-team at Tech Live.
Okay,
excellent.
I will.
James, I know we can find out more on the website at techlive.com. Just ahead, Steven Spielberg's favorite alien is coming back in a new enhanced version of the movie classic E.T. You get a sneak peek next.
Your 401k. Time was, you never had to think about it. So when you changed jobs, you just assumed it was safe. Not so anymore. Roll over your 401k retirement savings to Morgan Stanley, and a financial advisor will guide you through a unique review process to help ensure that when you need your nest egg, it will still be there.
You know, I've seen just about every kind of PC that Compaq makes. Now, though, we've got the Compaq Presario 6000T PC. As my kids would say, it's awesome. It's got the latest Intel Pentium 4 processor so that you can download, surf, play MP3s all at the same time. And you can get it any way you want it. It's what I call a personal computer. Like, this is the Andersons' PC. They're getting a DVD burner, editing software. I see where this family's going. Hollywood. DJ Dan from Scranton, PA. He's getting a CDRW drive so that he can mix and burn his own CDs. Looks like the Everett family got this week's special. That's the compact Presario 6000 TPC with an Intel Pentium 4 processor, 20 gig hard drive, and we'll give you a $100 instant rebate. So it's just $7.99. You can get in on it too if you hurry. You just call 1-888-830-5162 and get yours direct from Compaq. Of course, the best PC we'll ever make is the one we'll make for you.
Red, the market is down. Other colors indicate different things. You can even program it to follow your personal stocks or monitor local weather or traffic. The Toyota Scion series is high-tech for the road. The Scion BBX is the boombox car of the future. The sound system cranks at over 1,300 watts. It has an in-dash DVD player and headrest-mounted monitors for rear passengers. The Scion CCX is a hybrid coupe wagon. It has multi-display monitor for movies and navigation, plus its 2 sunroofs slide away, and you've got a convertible. I'm Brett Larson, and that's cool stuff.
Did you ever walk up to the counter to buy something and realize you're out of cash? Well, no problem. You got some plastic, right? Well, what if that's at home, too? Now, no worries. There's a new system that requires only your thumb. Our Silicon Valley Bureau Chief Jim Goldman takes a look at your pay-by-touch future.
You're out for a jog, you get thirsty and hungry, but have no cash, credit cards, or even ID on you. Soon, none of that may matter. You'll be able to buy what you want at the touch of a finger.
You could parachute somebody stark naked into the Gobi Desert, and if they crawled up to a juice stand that had this technology, you could buy a cold drink.
Indivos in Oakland, California, is testing a new system that lets you take your ID, cash, bank card, and credit cards with you everywhere. It's all right there in your fingerprint.
It's the ultimate in convenience and the ultimate in security. Nothing ever has happened like it.
Biometrics, such as fingerprint scanners, used to be primarily for security authentication, like the palm print scanner for customers to access a bank's safety deposit box vault.
They love going in self-service.
Now, the plan is to pay for your purchases the same way.
Instead of having to reach in your wallet to pull anything out, all you do is place your finger on a sensor and enter in a real quick telephone number or search code that you can remember, and that's it. At that point, all the work's on us. It returns back the wallet, and then you choose which payment vehicle you want to choose.
The system verifies your identity in half a second. Pilot testing is beginning soon with supermarkets in Seattle and in a handful of convenience stores and fast food restaurants in Fresno, California, and Houston. For consumers, the free service promises great convenience. But what about security and privacy?
It wouldn't be an invasion of privacy, but it would be more of a security matter, getting into the wrong hands. That's my concern.
I don't want to be, the guinea pigs and to be the first to try out, the technology.
Indivos says its system offers several layers of protection. The pay-by-touch system is encrypted with 4 separate security keys held by 4 separate people.
If anybody goes in and tries to pull anything from the database, the keys are dropped, and you basically can't have access to none of the information.
Kind of like a car radio that becomes useless if it's stolen. And the company insists the data on its servers will not be shared.
As long as, the information is just kept confidential and used for whatever purpose it's required for.
The company says its system never incorrectly accepts a fingerprint for identification and incorrectly rejects prints about 3% of the time. Will it mean the end of credit cards and checks?
Radio didn't displace the written word. Television didn't displace radio. They're all augmentative technologies. We don't see this as a replacement for a credit card or a written check.
For merchants, while not as cheap as cash, Indivos says the cost of fingerprint-approved transactions should be much less than for credit cards. And unlike a checkbook or plastic, you won't misplace your finger. In the Silicon Valley Bureau, Jim Goldman, Tech TV.
Pay-by-touch will show up later this year in major metropolitan areas, first scheduled for New York, Atlanta, San Francisco, and Seattle, then followed by simultaneous debuts in Europe and Japan. And like an ATM card, the new system will be voluntary. All right, we are getting ready, and you can see video here of, there it is, Cape Canaveral, Florida, and the Kennedy Space Center.
15 seconds.
15 seconds away from the Atlantis
12,
Space Shuttle
11,
takeoff.
10.
Let's watch.
9,
it goes into
8. We have a
orbit.
go for main engine. Start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have booster ignition and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Atlantis setting in place. The Keystone to the space station's backbone.
Houston, Atlantis, roll program.
Roger, roll, Atlantis.
Houston's now controlling Atlantis, rolling on course toward the International Space Station. Atlantis already traveling more than 300 miles per hour. Altitude now 2 miles, downrange about 1 mile from the launch pad. 3 engines on board Atlantis have throttled back to 2/3 throttle to prepare the spacecraft to pass through the area of maximum air pressure and go supersonic.
Atlantis, Houston, go at throttle up.
Go at throttle up.
3 engines on board back at full throttle. Atlantis now traveling more than 1,000 miles per hour. 1 minute, 10 seconds since launch. Atlantis has already consumed more than 1 million tons of propellant. Altitude now 12 miles. Speed 1,700 miles per hour. 10 miles downrange from the launch pad. A minute and 45 seconds since launch. Flight controls will be standing by for burnout and jettison of the twin solid rockets. That coming up in just about 10 seconds. Solid rocket booster jettison. Altitude now 30 miles. Speed 3,070 miles per hour. Downrange 40 miles. Atlantis, 2 orbital maneuvering system engines firing now. They'll fire for about 1 minute 16 seconds to assist a boost of the main engines for the shuttle as it continues en route to orbit.
Atlantis, Houston, you are 2-engine TAL. Update to your no-com mode boundaries. Press to ATO 10.8. Press to MECO 15.5. Single engine press to MECO 17.9. Negative Ben 15.9. And you are launched in plane plus 2.5.
How cool is that? Reaching an altitude of 30 miles in 2 minutes, the Space Shuttle Atlantis is headed out into space as it goes to do a lot of work on the International Space Station. You heard Mission Control say this is a keystone to the space station's backbone, and we will be following this, but looks like a successful launch of Atlantis so far. All right, we are going to take a break. When we come back, more Tech Live. Stay with us.
See what's inside the ultimate high-tech Porsche on Call for Help, coming up on Tech TV's 2002 Technology Festival.
Engineer Tom Setter is a student of tranquility. For the all-new GMC Envoy, he and his team use hydroform technology to absorb vibrations for a surprisingly comfortable ride. They also gave Envoy a 270 horsepower best-in-class engine. They want you to feel relaxed, not fall asleep. Introducing the GMC Envoy.
What's up, Mr. Foster?
I go in for a PC, I come out with a migraine. You ask for this, all they have is that. Makes your head spin.
Well, your computer quandary is easily solved by the folks at Dell. Just call or go online. They'll help you figure it out, so you know what you're getting and what you're getting it for.
So none of this?
Nope, just the perfect PC for you at the right price for you.
Oh, I'm feeling better already.
Good.
Steven, isn't this your father's car?
No.
Right now, a complete Dimension desktop with an Intel Pentium 4 processor delivering performance where you need it most is just $7.99. There's great deals on notebooks, too. And why wait? Because for a limited time, you can get a free CD burner upgrade.
You're going to say it, aren't you?
Oh, he knows.
Easy to buy, easy to own, easy as Dell. Dell PCs use Intel Pentium 4 processors.
Faster is better. Tech TV's Technology of Speed Week, all this week.
Right now, we want to check in with Michaela Pereira for a preview of what is coming up tonight on Tech Live. Hey, Michaela.
Happy Monday, Becky. It is Speed Week here on Tech TV. A new era is dawning for the amusement park fan. Computer technology lets designers surpass the standard 100-mile-an-hour roller coasters. We're going to travel to Utah to see how PCs enhance the twists and turns of roller coaster technology. As well, some LA beaches are going high-tech. Right next to the lifeguards will be small cameras. Yes, they're being installed along the coastline this summer to monitor surf conditions, even the crowds. We're going to tell you what they can and can't do tonight. Of course, we want to hear you voice your opinion about this topic. Sound off. What exactly do you think of these beach cams? Are they a good idea? Tell us what you think. Cast your vote at techlive.com. We will give you the results a little later on in the show, and I have a feeling most people, most women, are probably going to say,
The unfiltered version of Baywatch, the internet era.
Don't even get me started.
All right, Michaela, have a great show.
Thanks.
All right, it may be a popular subject, but it's also a troubling one for millions of people who suffer from sexual dysfunctions. Not everyone agrees that prescription drugs solve sex problems, but now with a potential new therapy, a little sniff might mean better sex. Mark Levinson reports.
One whiff of this nasal spray, and boredom may turn into sexual desire. It's not an aphrodisiac. It's a new drug called PT-141.
We are now moving into the first trials in actual patients.
New Jersey's Paladin Technologies developed a molecule that presses the brain's arousal buttons. It starts blood flow that helps men achieve an erection.
Nasal delivery has the advantage that absorption is very rapid, and it really will be an on-demand product.
It's not like Viagra, which acts on the cardiovascular system. Viagra just prolongs the blood supply needed for sex. It helps the 1/3 of middle and older age men who suffer erectile dysfunction. But tests on these chummy rats find PT-141 may also help the estimated 40% of women who complain they're sexually unfulfilled.
We believe that PT-141 has a very high likelihood to aid women with female sexual dysfunction.
Well, I think that such a drug is really a fantasy.
Prominent sex therapist Leonard Tiefer thinks industry exaggerates the physical nature of sex problems and argues drugs never solve emotional conflict.
I don't think drugs are the solution for people to have a better sex life in the short run or in the long run. It's ridiculous.
But Paladin foresees a major market for drugs like PT-141.
Most men that have erectile dysfunction will need to take a pharmacological treatment or drug treatment for most of the rest of their lives.
Clinical tests on men and women this year may decide if the future of better sex is somewhere in a disposable spray bottle. Mark Levinson, Tech TV.
All right. You probably have a cup, some T-shirts or pens, pencils, maybe branded with your company's logo. But how about a company song? Well, it's the latest corporate trend, and we're going to fill you in on it right after this short break.
Tech TV wants to know, what is the coolest technology in your car?
Well, I've got a compact. It's an iPad handheld.
My CD player.
CD player. Electric window. My seat adjuster.
Stay tuned for more Technology of Speed all this week on Tech TV. Tech TV's Technology of Speed Week is sponsored by Pontiac. What would you do with some Pontiac excitement? Pass it on.
It has a legendary reputation for reliability, durability, and quality. It's been named to Car and Driver's 10 Best list 14 times. It was the first gasoline-powered production automobile to be certified as a low-emission vehicle in the U.S. And the best part is, it's used. Honda certified used cars. Proof that how you start out in life is a good indication of how far you'll go. You see, it may be used, but it's still a Honda.
Look
Looking for this week's top choices in premium movies and sports? Take a shortcut. Turn to DirecTV Movies this week and DirecTV Sports this week for the week's hottest premium movies. It's flawless. And the inside scoop on your favorite sports action. Watch DirecTV Movies this week and DirecTV Sports this week on channels 212 and 500. Cool. Don't miss the best in movies and sports from DirecTV.
You want to watch a big show on DirecTV, but your day is so busy you think it's not gonna be. You gotta drop the kids and the dog needs a walk, and when the really good part comes, that's when your mama calls to talk. But just look for the all-day ticket and pay once. And when you're ready, you can pick it. All day till 6 a.m. Eastern. So when you're watching the show and you really gotta go, just get all-day ticket. And when you're ready, you can pick it. You know what I'm saying? All-day ticket.
You're watching Tech TV's 2002 Technology Festival, where you can win free stuff every day in the Great Gadget Giveaway sponsored by Dell. And coming up in the next 30 minutes, you could win a Nikon digital camera.
We're going to show you how to do it.
It's easy. Just watch Tech TV. When you see one of these on-screen icons, log on to techtv.com. Tell us what you saw and when you saw it, and you could be a winner. Amazing prizes, amazing television. The Great Gadget Giveaway is all part of Tech TV's 2002 Technology Festival.
Chris Perillo here, host of Call for Help. It's the Technology of Speed Week, and so we're going to be talking about speed on Call for Help. Today we've got a couple of cars, actually. One car is actually belonging to a highway patrol officer. He's going to be showing you the technology behind radar guns. And another car is a Porsche with all sorts of cool gadgets, gizmos, and fun stuff. And, of course, it's Call for Help, so we got to take your live calls, too. 888-989-7879, especially if you have a netcam call. We like those. Not to say that calls are bad. We like, call us Becky.
I'll leave it at that, Chris. Have a great show.
Thanks.
All right. You know, countries have anthems, so why not corporations? Well, some companies' theme songs are becoming cult hits online. Whether companies wrote them for fun or for branding purposes, these songs are sure to entertain. Our Chris Kosach keeps us on the cutting edge of this brand of entertainment.
MCKC is the place to be. The team is great, one gotta see.
McKinsey & Company rocks the mic with their theme song, MCKC. So far, more than 6,000 people have downloaded it from the Top 20 IT Anthems site hosted by ZDNet UK. The site was started by Chris Reddig, a London-based web programmer. Corporate themes piqued his interest after he came across this ditty from accounting firm KPMG. This one really brings the house down.
KPMG, we're strong as can be.
And finally, we leave you with this inspiring tune from a company called Magic Software.
When a deadline's coming at you.
Chris Kosach, Tech TV.
Little Beach Boys influence in that song. If you want more information and a link to that website, go to ours, techlive.com. All right, that's it for the show today. Thanks for watching. If you want to get more information about headlines, product reviews, analysis, as I just mentioned, our website, techlive.com, is the place. I'm Becky Worley. Thanks for watching. Call for Help coming up next.
In 1935, Foxwood Farms started with one horse and a truck. The horse was a thoroughbred, the truck a Chevy Suburban. Today they have a few more horses, but there's still only one truck, Chevy Suburban. With an available 8.1-liter Vortec engine, it's capable of towing up to 6 tons, making it the best Suburban yet. Chevy Suburban, like a rock.
Moo. If you're a music lover, there's never been a better time to call 1-800-GATEWAY, because right now you can get an amazing deal on the Gateway 500X digital music PC. This Intel Pentium 4 processor-based PC lets you mix and share your music in a whole new way. It includes a flat panel monitor, CD burner, the Gateway MusicWare CD Creator Pack, and more, all for only $15.99. So call 1-800-GATEWAY today. That's 1-800-GATEWAY.
This is different. It's the tallest mountain in North America. It's 10 times 100 million. It's the best thing to happen to your telephone. Pronto's your walking, talking, question answering, reservation making, direction giving, must-have, toll-free super number. It's at your service 24 hours a day. And it's yours for the asking. It's your easy answer to life's tough questions. It's your email to 10 people with little more than a whisper. It's your emergency contact. It's customizable. It's Rodeo Drive. It's Wall Street. It's up to the minute. It's late breaking. And it's a cinch to sign up. It's no contract. It's unlimited. It's more than just answers. It's a solution. And it's waiting for your call. Pronto. Change everything you know. Call 1-800-790-2529 before April 30th and get Pronto for just $14.95 a month.